If I could pick one place to just work and study for a year with all my expenses covered, it'd still have to be Hawaii. It's just too nice there, with the hikes, with the beaches.
I have a feeling that's going to be a popular answer.
If someone said to me, we're going to offer you a round trip to go work remotely on an island in Hawaii, do you want to? Don't even finish the sentence. Just come pick me up.
There's number 2.
Okay, no way could I pick one place. I would get a suite or house or whatever on the Residency or one of those cruise ships that travels around the world nonstop forever.
Amanda, I think that's a genius way of almost not answering the question by answering the question. Saying like, I want to go everywhere.
You'd catch me on a beach in Hawaii or sipping, I don't know, foreign latte in Prague.
Very diverse answers there.
I would be in the Maldives or Bora Bora, so I could just sit there and stare at the water, eat fruit all day long while working, and then just jump right into that water and have the best day after I finish what I need to do.
And you know what I say to that, Brandy? I would like to see it, because whenever I've tried to like, oh, I'm just going to go to the beach and do work. No, these are some really fun answers. I don't know how you all are going to decide on which one is your favorite, but unfortunately you're going to have to vote in chat by typing vote space and the number of the answer that you related to the most, you support the most, and you can send those people to the final round to compete to be our weekly champion.
Which Hawaii answer do you predict will take this?
A cruise ship.
Oh, so Maddie was the one that said that she wanted the really good coffee, right?
Yes. Congratulations. We will see you in the final round. For now, viewers, we turn it over to you because we have a poll for this question. We're asking you, if you could work remotely from anywhere, where would you want to work? Would it be a tropical paradise, a mountain Erie, a jump-in city like New York or Tokyo? Or do you love where you are? You're like, I don't want to go on vacation. I'm good here. Are we surprised?
Hawaii reigns supreme all the way across that category. Okay.
We have to come to this question with like a basis of knowledge that can only be afforded by buying first class tickets, staying in an Airbnb, and having catering for a 2-week trip to Hawaii. Well, this was such a great question. Thank you all so much for your answers. I think we can move right along to Saturday's question.
Awesome. On Saturday, we put this out to you fans. Listen, price is no object here. We wanted to know, what would your 2024 dream travel destination be? So we are in 2024. We're midway through, a little more than midway through. Where do you want to go?
This is such a good question. My family is actually going to Thailand later on this year, if you can believe it. So I would definitely want to go to Thailand because, I mean, first of all, my family's already going, but it just, I remember some of my friends went there on like a little road trip themselves, and it just seemed like such a good time. Like so many different cool foods to have, so many sights to see. You just can't beat it, in my humble opinion.
Now, are you going to be able to go?
Yes, which is actually, it's a good question because in the past, my family has gone on like very fun trips to specifically Italy without me. But I am going this time. Thank God.
Oh, great. Well, that sounds like a great dream destination.
Thank you. Thank you. But I know that our fans also have some great dream destinations of their own. So now, fans, I turn it over to you and I ask, what is your dream travel destination in 2024?
My 2024 dream travel destination would probably be Hawaii, because my family has been trying to go for a couple of years now, and so I think 2024 is the year we'll finally be able to make it.
People love them some Hawaii on our show.
Yeah, I feel like that's also just like when you think vacation, you think tropical beaches, you think Hawaii. Like, yeah, I can see why everyone's talking about it so much.
Absolutely. And you don't need a passport. And it is kind of a world away, even though it's the United States. So I understand it. I get it.
2024 travel destination, price is no object. I would love to go to the Maldives and stay in one of those beautiful little cabanas right out on the water. You open up your door and you just jump straight in the ocean into that crystal clear blue water. Maldives 2024. Look at how pale I am right now. This is terrible. I need to go to the Maldives. Give myself a tan. Get me there.
I've never, I don't know anybody who's ever gone to the Maldives. Do you?
No, I don't.
Looks spectacular.
Yeah. I think Brandy mentioned in the last question also wanting to go to the Maldives. So it's definitely like a place that people go, just knowing that I know.
Same.
Well, I'm in America, so I would want to take a 3-month summer road trip across the whole country. There is so much of the United States to see, and I haven't even seen a fraction of it. I haven't even been to a quarter of the states. So I would want to take my time, go through the whole thing, spend, maybe a week at a time, kind of each place, and take the whole summer doing that.
That was my vacation every year as a kid. We drove across country every single year, and we would camp where we could camp, and we stayed with relatives where we could. I didn't know that my parents did it because we didn't have any money. We just thought it was the greatest vacation. We went to all these different states and saw all these different climates and tasted different foods. USA, guys, it's a good time.
Yeah. Now I remember I saw a newspaper article about my grandpa who apparently did like one of these cross country trips back in like the 1930s. Tell me why it cost $60 like total to do the whole thing. I was like, that will literally get you to Massachusetts today. And that's like just the cost of gas.
Right. If you have a Tesla.
Exactly. But yeah, I can see that. Also, America is one of the few, I think, if not the only country in the world to get every single type of climate, or like every single type of weather.
Oh, interesting.
So if you need further endorsement of how cool America is, there you go.
America.
America.
I don't know whether it's a destination or if the cruise ship itself is the destination, but I heard about this cruise that's going traveling around the world for 3 years straight. And it's built for the idea is that it's for people who work online, which I do, and you can work while you're on the ship because it has internet and all the facilities. But yeah, you travel around the world whilst working for 3 years. All your food, your cleaning, your laundry, everything done for you. Sounds amazing. So
that does sound amazing. And set up specifically for remote workers is awesome. Also, I'm going to answer her question she had at the beginning. The cruise ship is, in fact, the destination. The cruise ship in and of itself is it's such a great, great time. So many amenities. Good music, good shows. Obviously, it depends on the cruise line, but in my experience, that in and of itself is the best vacation. There's no need to even go offshore.
Yeah. I remember I went on a cruise ship when I was younger, and I could have also just spent the entire time because they also had soft serve machines all around the ship. And so I was like, literally just for the vanilla soft serve ice cream, easy access, I could stay on this cruise ship. Who needs to see the tropical rainforest? Who needs to go to the beaches? I got ice cream.
It would be Italy because I heard that they have great coffee espressos that I had to have. And of course, the great attractions, Rome, Naples, Venice, all those kind of great places that I just have to visit somewhere in the future.
Well, you should take JJ because his parents won't.
Yeah, no, anyone who goes on a trip to Italy, you need to buy me an extra ticket because, well, to be fair, my sister was going to study abroad in Italy, and I was also in college at the time, so I can see why. But at the same time, I would have missed the first few weeks of my freshman year to go to it. I would have gone.
Yeah.
Please take me.
If money were no object, I would fulfill the ultimate dream sports fan event. I would go to every single one of my team's home games, and then I would travel with the team to every single one of their destination games. And if they made the playoffs, I would travel with them to the playoffs. I think that would be the most fun sports pilgrimage of all time.
That is a great answer. How unique.
I was gonna say that is I think it's not just a cross country trip. It's you are the ultimate roadie. That's so I love that. It's giving almost famous. Well, these are some really great answers, some awesome destinations, but unfortunately, only one can be the best destination for today. So vote in chat by typing vote space and then the number of the answer you love the most. Send them to the final rounds. And yeah, a lot of repeats this time. Like we got a repeat of Hawaii, a repeat of the cruise ship answer, a repeat of the Maldives.
Right. Ah, man, I really like Elijah's answer, and I'm not even a sports fan.
Yeah,
I just think he really thought about that one.
he did. He was like, I have an itinerary already.
It's
Hawaii.
Hannah.
Hawaii. It always wins.
It's always Hawaii. Okay, so fans, when you play along and record your own answer, just try to slip Hawaii in or cute puppies, and you're like guaranteed to make it to the semifinals.
Yeah, the ultimate QOTD answer is you are singing a song about Hawaii while holding a cute puppy.
Winner.
Winner. Done. And then if you can throw the rock in there somehow, golden.
Oh, right.
Well, congratulations, Hannah. We will see you in the final round. Now, fans, we turn it over to you with another poll. We're asking you, what is your dream vacation spot? Are you thinking the beach, the mountains, the city, or once again, you're not much a vacationer? You're like, I want to stay home. I feel like I'm more of a beach guy, to be honest.
Well, everyone's a beach guy today.
Yes, everyone agrees with me. But yeah, I think the big debate though is, would you say you're more of a beach person or a lake person?
Oh, see, I live around a lot of lakes, and I really do I like lakes. Lakes are fun. You get to jet ski and all kinds of, I don't know. It is definitely a different vibe though.
Yeah.
Being on a lake and being in the ocean, but I'm definitely more used to lake stuff. I like the lakes.
Yeah, I feel like the lakes, they have more like activities like sports, like wakeboarding, water skiing.
Yeah.
I'm more of a beach guy because I love like big waves that you can like go into the water and swim in, and you just can't find that at lakes.
No,
They're
not
like
at all.
little puny waves. But this was another great question. Thank you all so much for your answers and for letting us know what you think. I think now we can move on to Sunday's question.
And Sunday's question, we asked, if you could witness any moment in history, what would it be? Wow. So we are a world with a long history. I don't know. I would have to do, I don't know. There's just a lot of great moments in history. I would love to be a fly on the wall in a situation room. So like if you were a fly on the wall when they were like deciding the raid on catching or killing Osama bin Laden, right? Or when they were going to, when they laid out like all the evidence and everything against Nixon for Watergate, like something like that. I think really bright political minds and presenting evidence and kind of going through the schematics of everything. I find that really interesting. I'm not talented in this way, but I love to watch events unfold among bright minds, I think.
Yeah. Well, also you chose like two of the biggest like news event moments, like either in the 2010s. Yeah, literally for America. So I think those are really great choices. But also I mean, Hamilton comes up time and time again. You want to be in the room where it happens because they're making all the big decisions, like they just, what are they doing? Like while they're waiting in the room, like watching, like you said, the operations, like military operations, like,
yeah,
it can go on.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is such a good answer. And we have a lot of great answers from fans as well. So let's see what historical moments they would want to witness.
If I could be a fly on the wall in a moment in history, I would be in the room where it happens with Alexander Hamilton, Thomas Jefferson, and James Madison when they make life-changing decisions for America.
There you have it.
There you have it. Yeah, no, I mean, you're being there literally when like the Constitution is being written, the Declaration of Independence is being written. Those things lay the groundwork for basically everything else to come, I would say.
Absolutely.
I will be in the Coliseum because I think it has a lot of history in the world and is the most beautiful art ever.
So I wonder if she wants to be there as it's being built, or if she wants to be there for like certain events, or she just wants to be a part of that birth of the Coliseum, I guess.
It sounded to me like she wanted to be there, like when it's finished and being used, like when Russell Crowe is in the center fighting the gladiator fights.
Yes. Are you not entertained?
Given the opportunity to be a fly on the wall during any moment in history, I would choose the moment that LGBTQ marriage became legal in the United States federally.
Fair. And luckily, we were there when it happened, but maybe she's like, once again, talking about like the room where it happened. Like she wants to be in like Congress when they passed. No, that was the Supreme Court when they passed that, or when they did they said aye or nay.
Right. Yeah, that would be interesting. Like, to be there is a little bit different than watching it, at home. Yeah.
For sure.
I would want to watch the Salem witch trials just so I could psychoanalyze everyone involved. Was it drugs? Was it something gone wrong in their food source? I want to know what was up.
That's a good answer.
It's a good answer. I would be scared to death, but good answer.
Yeah. Well, also that's like a masterclass in acting, because if you go back in time and you witness it, you have to like jettison all of the modern vocab out of your daily lexicon. You have to like forget all of like the historical knowledge you have, because if you give way to any of that, they would call you a witch.
That's right.
Got to be careful.
I would be a fly on the wall during the Rubber Soul recording sessions with the Beatles. It's my favorite Beatles album. And I do believe that the Beatles are the most influential and important musicians in modern music, period.
Spencer's answered other questions for us before. He's a big music fan, loves the music questions. It's a great answer. I mean, what else can I say? Be brilliant.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of the plot of that movie Yesterday, where the Beatles never existed, and so one guy is able to like write all of the Beatles songs and take credit for it.
Oh.
Maybe Spencer wants to do that. He wants to beat them to the punch.
If I could be a fly on a wall in any moment of history, I would definitely be on the wall of the backboard of Michael Jordan's Game 6 game-winning shot against the Utah Jazz in 1998.
That's awesome.
That is so good. But
And
Michael
again,
Jordan,
like being there, being in the stadium, a lot different than like watching it on ESPN.
true. Although I will say, I went to a soccer game yesterday, and even I was like pretty close to the soccer field. Sometimes they do get really, really good angles on the TV, to the point where I'm like, if I'm at a concert or a sporting event, sometimes I'll watch the TVs because I'm like, I can't. It's all the way down at the fields, but on the TV, it's like I'm right there.
Yeah, true.
But then again, you're not in the crowd.
Not in the crowd.
Oh, well, these are all of the answers that we have. Some really great answers in there. All of these are great historical moments, but unfortunately, only one can make it to the finale. So vote for your favorite answer by typing vote space and the number of the answer you love the most.
We've got sports, politics, music, witches, Coliseum.
Yeah, the room where it happened, Hamilton, Lin-Manuel Miranda. Yeah, there's a lot of good ones in here. Oh, but we have a winner. Everyone has voted, and they choose
LGBTQ, baby, for the WIN. Love it.
Yes, love wins. In this case, love wins the round. Congratulations, Megan. We will see you in the final round, where you will compete to be the weekly champion. But for now, fans, we turn it over to you, and we ask you, what historical moment would you want to bear witness to? Is it the creation of a famous work of art, a political event, or a government decision, being in the room where it happens? Is it a massive concert, or is it a sports championship?
I'm surprised that nobody said Woodstock because our fans also really love Woodstock. And in fact, it would be a concert or music festival. Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think a lot of people talked about the Eras Tour, Beychella, Queen at Live Aid, any number of Super Bowl performances. I think there's a lot of good choices in there.
Right. I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, these are some really incredible answers once again. Thank you all so much for your answers. Let's move on to the next question. This one is from Monday.
And on Monday, we asked, what bucket item, I do this every time, what bucket list item would you like to complete this year? So what is it on your bucket list, you guys, that you decided that 2024 is the year for you to finally make it happen?
Oh, I mean, what are the different types of buckets on this bucket item list?
So many buckets.
I think for me, I actually achieved one of my bucket list items earlier this year. If you'll notice, my room looks a little bit different than it usually does, and it's because I moved into the city. I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago, and if you heard the sounds of the ambulances and cars honking in the background, that is the reason why. But yeah, so I think my big bucket list item was moving into the city, and here we are.
And you are in the Big Apple for fans who refer to the city as something in this state where they live. JJ's in New York City. Again, the sirens. Welcome to New York.
I haven't had the next thing on my bucket list is being able to say, "Hey, I'm walking here" to a car. I think that's how I'll know I've made it.
That's right.
Yeah, but that's just me. I think there are a lot of people who are doing things that are, I would dare to say, even more impressive than this, which is wild. But so we've asked you fans, what bucket list item are you trying to complete this year?
Train ride. I love trains. Like, I've always loved trains and didn't understand why I had such a fascination with them until I learned that one of my grandfathers worked on and lived right next to a train station, and my other grandfather worked on the train at the train station as well. So I think that's my connection. But I want to take a train ride, and I want to take the train ride to see my uncle, who is a decorated war veteran. He has a Purple Heart from being in Vietnam, and he participated in a lot of other stuff related to his time in service. So I'd love to go and sit and talk with him and record his story and just have his history for the rest of the world to know.
I hope she does this. I am so excited.
I would read, if they ever make a book out of it, I would read the hell out of that book.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good for you.
This is a good one.
What bucket list item will you complete this year? Well, personally, I'm a content creator on TikTok and YouTube. I have 4,000 subscribers on YouTube, but my bucket list item is to hit that 50K. 50K subs, I know I could do it by the end of this year.
I hope you do it. Enrique, give us an update too. We want to know how that number's coming and how we can follow you and subscribe to your channel.
Yes, honestly, Enrique, first lesson learned here is when you say content creator, substitute out that subtitle for your handle on whatever platforms you're on. I think then you're going to reach that goal in no time, easily.
Wow, this is actually a really good question because I will be completing an item from my bucket list next week. And that bucket list is I will go to this amazing beach resort in Bohol in the Philippines.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah, very fancy. I mean, very fitting with the theme of vacation this week, going
yes,
to a nice
it
resort.
is.
Yeah, send pictures. We need a follow up of you in the resort, taking video of everything, all of the amenities. We want to live vicariously through you.
That's right.
I'm kind of already doing it. Just making videos and being a freelance videographer, and it's kind of like living my dream. And this is what I want to do. This is what I'm really passionate about. Like, I love making videos. I like editing videos. I love just putting out that content for people. it's really cool, and I really wish I would have started earlier, like in my life. But looking at it now, I'm so blessed and so grateful to even have this opportunity to do this, like what I'm doing right now. And like this is something that was on my bucket list this year, and I'm glad I'm getting to do it. So thank you guys.
That's awesome. I love it when people's dreams are coming true.
I know, it's so nice. It's like, and it's really reassuring that it's like if you work hard and you really like dedicate yourself to it, you can make stuff happen. So congratulations, Panzer, for living your dream.
What bucket list item will you complete this year? So I actually have something. This item has actually been on my bucket list since last year. I didn't actually attempt this yet because I didn't have the time and resources. But because like I'll probably be done with grad school this year, I'll probably have my full-time career as a counselor soon. I finally have time to do this. So this bucket list item is for me to attempt a world record. So I have like I have props for this question. I have like Rubik's cubes that I solve, and this is a 3x3, and I solve them pretty fast. But this right here is my favorite. It's called the Pyramids, and I'm going to solve. I'm going to attempt the Guinness World Record of most solved pyramids upside down. And my attempt is going to be 128 of these babies solved upside down in less than an hour. And I really am confident that I can get this bucket list item accomplished. And I am just super excited to attempt it. Hopefully I could be able to do it this year.
Wow. I couldn't solve one in 1 hour right side up. Like, no way. My mind does not work like that.
No.
That's crazy. Again, we need an update, guys. If you're watching yourself here live on QOTD, hit us up in chat and let us know how it's going.
Please. And also, like, an hour upside down, won't the blood like rush to your head?
Yes.
That being said, I do know, because my cousin taught me a trick to solve a Rubik's Cube where there's like a way that you like do like the flipping of the tiles that you can like use to solve any Rubik's Cube. Like there's a method to do it, but I've never really learned it, but still like under an hour, more than one, ambitious.
More than 100. Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't know if any are for certain to be completed, but I'm definitely working towards being able to have at least a simple conversation in Korean. And I think booking my first like professional photo shoot. I have a road trip planned later where I'm going to hit up a few big cities. And I'm going to be trying to contact photographers in the area and try to do that while I'm passing through. So here's hoping that I get one or both of those done later this year.
Oh, that's awesome. 2 great goals.
Yeah. And once again, fitting in with the theme of the week, vacation, a road trip. Although a road trip to do like fashion stuff, I feel like it's usually like a road trip to like hang out with friends.
Right.
It's cool. Well, these are some great answers. Once again, some very impressive bucket list items that people are pursuing or have pursued. But you can only, unfortunately, send one to the final round. So vote for your favorite by typing vote space and the answer of the one that you found the most impressive, found the most relatable. Yeah, let us know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I gotta say, the learning the language one, that's always just so impressive that people can like speak more than one, because I sometimes can barely speak English.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Yes, Miss Bucket Item.
Every time. Oh, yes. I loved her answer. Loved it. She is going to take a train trip to see her uncle who has a fascinating life. She's going to record that life and make a book. Beautiful.
Love. Yeah, no, it has everything. It has like I love the attachment to family. I love trains. Trains are so cool.
Trains are really cool. Yeah. Oh, congratulations. You are a semifinalist.
Yes, we will see you in the final round. I think now we can turn over to you fans for our poll. That's right. We're asking you what bucket list item you'll complete this year. Is it a dream vacation, finishing a big project, trying something new, or you don't have plans yet, but hey, you still have 4 months left? August, September, 5 months.
5 months. Oh, okay. Dream vacation.
Yeah. No, I think the dreams vacations, there's so many different places that you want to go in the world. Like I do want to go to, I think the Maldives is the place that has those like huts in the water on the on the stilts. Okay.
On the stilts, right.
Yeah. That's another bucket list item of mine is going to there. But I think it makes a lot of sense.
You're going to Thailand. Stop.
Hey, listen, just because I'm going one place doesn't mean I can't want to go to the other ones.
I'm going to Rochester.
The exotic world of Rochester, New York. Well, this is so fun. This is such a great question. I think we can move right along to, I think we're on Tuesday. Yes, we're on Tuesday's question. Ooh.
Tuesday. Ooh, this is a hot button topic right here. Should only trained service dogs be allowed on airplanes, or is any comforting pet okay? I'm going to give you the very unpopular opinion, I believe, that it should just be dogs. Like, where are you going to draw the line here? And people have all kinds of comfort pets. I get it, but they're not truly service animals. Dogs, I believe, are the only like trained service animal. They're trained to save your life. They're trained to guide you somewhere. They're trained to keep you safe. That's really important and a necessity. My cat that gives me so much comfort, not such a necessity. Would I like to have him on a plane? Of course. Would people like to bring their chickens? Yes, ma'am. But we have to draw the line somewhere. And I'm going to say service dogs. That's it.
Mickey heard that, by the way. He's texting me right now and he says, I can't believe that Trish is leaving me behind and won't take me on a plane. Wait, I didn't know that. Is dogs the only official service animals?
I challenge me, folks, and let me know on chat if you're smarter than I am. But I believe that they're the only ones, the only animals that are certified to actually like save your life, right?
I haven't heard of any other ones, to be honest. So
yeah,
I believe you.
I don't know. I just don't think that a pig is going to be of any service to anybody. Pig on a plane.
Yeah. No, we'll definitely. People bring up all the fun animals they've seen on planes, which I think is a good segue. Fans, we're asking you: do you agree with Trish? Do you think that only trained service dogs should be allowed on planes, or is any animal okay?
I believe the Department of Transportation made a great call only allowing dogs as service animals. The reason being, I read an article that said that flyers were taking advantage and bringing on all kinds of animals, including peacocks and pigs, onto a plane, where it's crazy. Like a peacock on a plane? Come on.
Yeah, I think it's crazy too, Sean. Sam.
Yeah, a peacock. Like, if those feathers like flutter out, then like that's a lot to handle. That's
also,
at least
that peacock doesn't want to fly on an airplane. Like,
can peacocks fly?
I don't know. Or do they just like fluff? Maybe they just fluff.
Then maybe in that case, a peacock should be allowed to fly because it'll never get the chance.
I think as long as your animal is within reason and it does what you need it to do, you should be allowed to have it on a plane. Obviously, we're not bringing an elephant on a plane, but if you need frog, if it helps you, if it genuinely helps you, take.
But that's the thing. Like, what reasonable is to me is not reasonable to somebody else. So I think that's where the problem comes in. When people go, cats and dogs are okay, and they're like, okay, well, what about a guinea pig or whatever? You know, that's what you have to be very clear and defined when you come to the FAA, right? Like, it's big stuff.
Yeah. I feel like one thing, I don't know if the fans get into the smell aspect. Do frogs smell good?
Oh,
I feel like frogs probably smell slimy.
Ew. I didn't think about the smell.
I mean, I'm fine with it because my cats don't travel with me, but I definitely think cats are also very important emotional support animals. I have one. So I think that they should be allowed to fly because they're in cages. They're not going to be out and about. They're not going to hurt anybody. I think it should be fine.
I'm all about flying your cat. You just have to pay for it because it's actually like, you know, a passenger. But
Yeah, I feel like if we're gonna extend like the definition of a service animal and like let other animals on, I think I would probably include cats and not much else.
yeah, right, right. As a fellow passenger.
I actually do think this was a good call. It had been getting out of hand. I'd seen on planes comfort peacocks and emotional support pigs. I'm not buying it. I think we should stick with dogs. They've been trained in the past to provide emotional support, and they're definitely the cuddliest. So let's stick with dogs.
So they all must have read the same like New York Times article because everybody's saying peacocks and pigs, and the first fan had referenced a news article. So it's interesting. I missed it.
Yeah. Well, what do you think about the fact that she said that not only are they the only acceptable animals, they're also the cuddliest animal?
I'm gonna let that comment fly right by. We all know that cats are the cuddliest. We all know that cats are the superior pet. But I get her point. It's fine.
And yeah, we're
Whatever.
gonna save this. We're gonna save this for the dogs versus cats rematch next time we have Pets Week.
Yes.
The Department of Transportation says it's only allowing dogs to be service animals, and I think that's pretty unreasonable. Of course, people are abusing the system. I know people who have done that myself, but we don't know what other people are going through. And if a service dog is not the right choice for them and they would prefer to have a cat or anything else, that should be viable too.
Yeah, I don't know. As a fellow passenger, I mean, it's just tough for me to think of sitting next to like a barnyard animal, like a chicken or something stupid like that. It would just bug me the whole way. And, you know, flights are expensive.
That's true. And also flights can be very long. So it's like if you're stuck on a flight with a particularly noisy animal,
yeah,
it's not fun. It's not going to be good.
Okay, so my first answer is definitely anyone should be able to bring an animal with them on a plane if they are like giving them emotional support. But logistically, like what if their emotional support animal is like a gigantic pig or a mastiff or something? Like that wouldn't work.
Right.
That's another good point. Yeah, you can't have maybe you get the animal their own seat, but then the question is, are you taking away a seat from a human and giving it to a giant German Shepherd?
Yeah.
It's tough. It definitely a question with a lot of different things to consider. But I think our fans did a very good job of considering them. So now it's time to vote for your favorite one. Which answer you think does the best, has the best argument? Vote for your favorite answer by typing vote space and the number of the answer you love the most. It's a tough one. I think a lot of people, I think we all sort of centered around like keeping it within reason, which I think is good. I think it's good. But I think a lot of different responses, a lot of people saying yes, a lot of people saying no, maybe so.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Alexis.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, I'm going to let it slide that she said dogs are the cuddliest because that's not true. But her point was well taken. Dogs are you know, they're the legit source, right? A lot of people reference emotional support, but we were actually talking about service animals. And dogs really are the only ones, you know. But yeah, good answer, Alexis. Well-deserved win in the semifinals.
Very well deserved. Yes, we will see you in the final round. I think we would have had a poll for this question, but I feel like in this case, I feel like we have a definitive answer. People have voted. You know, I think we can move right along to Wednesday's question.
And on Wednesday, we asked if you could go on a road trip with any person, this could be living or dead, who would be your passenger?
Okay, so I am going to, my answer, I watched her documentary series on Netflix, or I've been watching, I think it's still coming out. I would choose Simone Biles. Easily.
Yay.
Like, to just learn about her experiences, learning about her career, hearing about her time at the Olympics, just the stories that she would have to tell.
Absolutely.
Are
What
you
a
kidding?
different childhood she must have had than you and I. Like what a great choice that was.
Yeah, no. And I once again I saw her documentary and she talks about all of like the stuff that she's done, like her life, and it sounds so interesting. So I think her. And maybe hey, if we get the opportunity, like if we go like pull over to the side of the road, maybe she can like do a backhand sprint. Do
Right,
one of do one of the 7, what is it? I think now 5 tricks that she has named after herself in gymnastics.
Yeah, she's an amazing woman, and that's a great choice. That's pretty unbeatable, JJ. I'll be curious to see what the fans have to say.
Yes, you have my challenge. Let's see if you can beat it. Fans, we turn it over to you. Who are you taking on your dream road trip?
For this question, I feel like I have to channel my fan girl from ago. Still am a huge fan. I have to say Ariana Grande. She is such a good singer, and I would just love to sit in the car, drive up 8 hours. That sounds like a dream.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Ariana Grande is super fun on things like carpool karaoke, and she's been on different late night shows, and she can imitate other singers. And so she would be like nonstop entertainment. It's a good choice.
That's true. That's true. Although you wouldn't want to be trying to like out sing her in the car because she can like hit whistle notes.
Absolutely.
Let her do the singing.
If I could go on a road trip with any person, living or dead, who would it be? Probably Muhammad Ali. And let me go ahead and tell you why. I remember being on YouTube the other day and seeing a video in which a couple met Ali in the Great Wall of China. And I started thinking, how would it be to travel around the world with Ali? I mean, this is just a road trip, but traveling with someone like Muhammad Ali, no one will pick a fight.
And what an interesting story he would have to tell also. Speaking of growing up very differently and in a very different time, he would be great.
Yeah. And also I feel like I always hear about like his sage quotes. So maybe you can like bring a journal and try to record as many of those as you can.
Yeah, I'd probably go on a road trip with Kid Leroy. Pretty good rapper, singer. Love his music. We can vibe out. Maybe sing a song together. Without you.
Hey, that was good. Go Jay Ross.
So he's just he's a super fan. So he's picking kind of sounds like an idol. That's good.
Exactly.
If I'm going on a road trip with someone, I would most definitely go with a person who is worth it, a person who is fun and full of excitements in life, and a person who's ready to go or just go with the flow with everything. So I'm choosing my girlfriend to go with me to a road trip anywhere in the world.
Nice. Aww. Well, you won her heart with that one. We'll see how you do with the fans, but that was a good answer.
Yeah, that was so cute. Also, the heart, the way that the youth do it now is they do this.
Oh, JJ's always teaching me new things. This.
Hip with the trends.
Okay, this. All right.
Yeah,
I got to remember that. Thank you.
For this one, I'd probably pick Kevin Hart, I would say. Road trips get super boring, so we're going to need some good vibes and some good times. And he's always got something funny or something stupid to say, so I'd take him.
He would be hilarious.
Yeah. No, he would always. I feel like those comedians, I'd imagine that they can produce like a few jokes from their type 5, maybe.
Absolutely.
If I had to go on a road trip with any person living or dead, I'm going to go with LeBron James. LeBron James.
Oh, so funny. That's such a funny answer. But yeah, LeBron James would be very cool. I mean, once again, the stories.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. These are some great answers, some great choices. Yeah, vote for your favorite answers in the chat, everyone. You can vote by typing vote space and then the number of the answer that you thought was the funniest, you would also like to go on a road trip with, or which road trip you would love to like get live streamed, maybe.
Yeah. We've got 2 athletes, 2 musicians, a girlfriend, and a comedian.
The girlfriend answer is so cute. Of all the people in the world, you want to go with your girlfriend? Oh.
Let's see.
Yes.
All right, JJ, is this it?
Oh, yeah. It's like you want to try to like, it's less like making a V and more like keeping the tip of your thumb and pointer finger really close.
Okay.
Yeah, like that.
Just like that. Yay! Congratulations, Emmanuel, sending you much love to you and your girlfriend for choosing her for your ultimate road trip buddy.
Yes, such a cute answer. We will see you in the final round. For now, fans, we turn it over to you with our poll. Who is your dream road trip companion? Is it a close friend or family member? Is it a modern celebrity or famous person? Is it a historical figure? Or is it a fictional character? No one said a fictional character. I'm impressed.
Oh, no, they didn't.
Very weird. Oh, everyone's trying to go with a loved one.
Interesting. I mean, I don't know. I guess there's that level of comfort there, right? Like,
yeah.
My sister's a great road trip buddy. She's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I get it. I don't know if she's as fun as Ariana Grande would be, but she's okay.
She's fine. She's like compared to Ariana Grande though. Like that's a tough battle. Well, this was another great question. We will move right along to our next question of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, where's your hometown? Oh, sorry.
That's okay. That's exactly what we asked our fans. Where's your hometown and what do you miss most or least about that hometown? So this is interesting. Some people are city mice, some people are country mice, some people come from just really close communities and some not so much. So it's interesting. I grew up in a really big city in Phoenix, Arizona, and then I did my high school years in a really small town in upstate New York. So I had both parts of it. I prefer the city parts, to be honest, just because there's so much more to do. So that was a big adjustment when I moved to the country. It's like, there's not a 7-Eleven. It's like only 9 o'clock at night. Where are you going to get your goods, So the convenience of living in a city, I missed a lot when I was in a small town. But it's always pros and cons.
That's true. Yeah, and I'm seeing that in city where it's like everything is open, I would say maybe too late at night.
Yeah.
But then I guess as a trade-off for everything constantly being open is everything being busy. So like in the suburbs, it's a little bit more quiet. It's a little bit easier to record a show without having to adjust and constantly have to mute yourself to avoid getting car horns on the air. Pros and cons. But this is, I think that is such a good answer. Let's see what our fans have to say. So fans, we ask you, where's your hometown and what do you miss or not miss about it?
So being from New Orleans, something I really miss is the cooking and the people. Like being from New Orleans is one of those things. You love the Cajun and the Creole cooking. So if you don't miss that, something is wrong with you.
Mm-hmm. The Cajun and the Creole and the cooking, and a lot of that is family stories and legacy recipes and things. And during Food Week, we get into this pretty deep. But New Orleans it just has such a long food history that's intertwined with its people. So it's an excellent answer.
True. I don't think I've ever had like New Orleans cooking like in New Orleans, but I guess I'll have to add that to my bucket list now that it's gotten such good reviews.
That's right.
Currently I'm in Los Angeles, but my hometown is back in New Jersey. And I guess the thing I miss most about it is snow. I haven't seen snowfall in about 3 years since I got to college. And that's definitely a really nice thing in the winter, be able to go out, build a snowman, go sledding. So definitely miss that.
It is so beautiful. I mean, there's the shoveling and all that, but I won't even complain because winter can be so dark and so dead. And then when the snow begins to fall, it's just so beautiful to have a winter wonderland. I agree. He must miss a lot.
Yeah, no, I think it's tough because I agree. The like being inside, like snuggled up with a blanket and hot chocolate, watching the snowfall is so nice.
Yeah.
And then the morning afterwards, when you have to break out the shovels and you have to shovel an entire driveway. Sometimes you have to like push. One time I had to like push a car like up a really snowy hill because it got stuck.
Oh,
But once again, as we keep saying, pros and cons, pros and cons.
that's right.
So my hometown is a medium small town in New Jersey, kind of near New York City. And one thing I do miss is that easy access to New York City. It's not that easy to get in, but like it's an hour drive, it's an hour train ride, maybe 45-minute drive. So that's been nice. And what I don't miss is that my house is fairly far from our downtown area. It's walkable, but you have to commit. And where I live now, it's 5-minute walk to downtown. It's amazing. Also, there are no bubble tea places in my hometown, and it's a tragedy.
So yeah, she's all about the commute time. Short time to get into New York. Yeah, short time to get to downtown in whatever town in New Jersey. So yeah, convenience.
Yeah, and I hear all these stories about like how people are like hours long drives away from the city, and I'm like, that just sounds.
Yeah.
That just does not sound like the vibe.
It's not fun.
I'm from Cumming, Georgia, which is like a super boring suburb, and there isn't a lot to do there. But I do miss getting to pick up my friends and drive around aimlessly or walk around the Walmart or go to Waho at 2 a.m. I really miss when that was my idea of a fun.
Yeah, that's a real small town thing. It's like cruising, or back roading or wherever you live, going to the Walmart. That's so funny because it's like the only thing that's open after 10, right?
Literally.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, and it's also the only thing that doesn't cost much. I know that like when my friends, we were like in high school, it was the thing to just get in someone's car and just drive and talk for like hours. And now, now that we all have jobs, we can like go to the movies, we can like go out and get dinner, so we can actually like go to places. But that like aimless suburban driving, it's real.
My hometown is Milledgeville, Georgia. It's dead in the center of Georgia. What I love about my hometown is it's small, so we pretty much know everybody. And what I hate about my hometown is it's small, so we pretty much know everybody.
Yeah, I live that firsthand for sure. Everybody kind of knows your business, but I'll tell you the upside is that when something happens, whether it's something good for somebody that lived in a small town, we had a small town basketball player that went to Cornell and then went on to play in the pros. The community they know him, like they come together. It's like this huge family. And the same thing, obviously, if a tragedy happens, everybody knows your family. They know where you live. They know what you need before you even ask, and everybody comes together. So I hear you, Star, for sure. But don't worry about the gossipy parts. It's the other parts. That's the good stuff,
Exactly. And if it's any consolidate, nope. If it's any solace, consolation. If it's any consolation, everyone has gossip. So it's like, oh, people might know your business. They know everyone's business, and everyone knows their business. So
absolutely.
If you're going to get blackmailed, you can blackmail them right back.
My hometown is in the cornfields of Ohio, and I miss it most because that's where my family is still at. A lot of my friends are still there, and I miss and I love Ohio State football, as you can see.
If I had to pick somebody out of a lineup that came from the Midwest, it would be that man right there. He is like quintessential Mid-America right there. Love it.
Oh, not the profile. Yeah, that's so true. I feel like my town, we weren't football people. We were lacrosse people.
Oh, you lived in a fancy town, see?
Yeah.
The rest of us were football people.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, these are another great set of answers. So many great ones to choose from, but unfortunately only one can make it to the final round. So vote for your favorite answer by typing vote space and the number of the answer you relate to, you love the most about, or you miss the most about your hometown, and we'll let you know who wins.
These were really good. I liked this set of answers a lot.
Same. Yeah, I think a good mix.
I know. Star's really funny. Right.
Yeah, the cooking. I'm surprised that there weren't more cooking ones or food
Yeah.
answers.
Star.
Star.
Small town drama going on. We had a couple
Yes.
people from Georgia too, which is interesting. Back to back Georgians.
Yeah, that's true. I guess Georgia people, they famously love QOTD. They're famously always responding.
We're going to call them our Georgia Peaches. Congratulations, Star.
Yes, congratulations. We'll see you in the final round. I think now we turn over to you fans. Yes, we have a poll for this question. What do you miss about your hometown? Is it your friends? Is it the community? Is it home cooked meals? Or is it homecoming football games? Maybe Ohio State football.
Right. Homecoming was a big deal in my town. Was it in yours? Did you have like a lacrosse homecoming?
We had a homecoming football game. I only went my senior year because I was one of the nerds.
No, you weren't.
Oh. I was even worse. I was a theater nerd. But yeah, I was busy hanging out with my friends, which was the winner of the poll. So clearly a lot of people agree with me. But this was such a good set of answers. This was such a good week for questions and answers. We have reached the final one. We have all 7 of our semifinalists, which means there's only one last thing to do, and that is the weekly championship. Yes, we're so excited. We have all 7 of our finalists who are going to compete to see who is going to be the weekly champion for Vacation Olympics week. So I think before we do the voting, before we decide who the winner is, I think we need a quick recap. We've been here for about an hour. So, just to remind people what's been said, who won, give them an idea of who they're voting for. So I think, are you ready to do the recap?
Let's do it.
Let's get into it.
My 2024 dream travel destination would probably be Hawaii, because my family has been trying to go for a couple of years now, and so I think 2024 is the year we'll finally be able to make it.
So Hannah is answering the question, what is your dream 2024 travel destination? And she is saying, like so many other people today, Hawaii.
If I could work from anywhere, you'd catch me on a beach in Hawaii or sipping some, foreign latte in Prague.
So Maddie is answering the question, if you could work from home from anywhere in the world, where would it be? And of course she's saying Hawaii, but she's also saying Prague, which is very fancy.
Train ride. I love trains. Like, I've always loved trains and didn't understand why I had such a fascination with them until I learned that one of my grandfathers worked on and lived right next to a train station. And my other grandfather worked on the train at the train station as well. So I think that's my connection. But I want to take a train ride, and I want to take the train ride to see my uncle, who is a decorated war veteran. He has a Purple Heart from being in Vietnam, and he participated in a lot of other stuff related to his time in service. So I'd love to go and sit and talk with him and record his story and just have his history for the rest of the world to know.
Yes, so Misha is answering the question, what is something on your bucket list that you'll try to complete this year? And she is going on a very historically important train ride. Love trains. Chugga, 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 chugga.
Given the opportunity to be a fly on the wall during any moment in history, I would choose the moment that LGBTQ marriage became legal in the United States federal.
Yes. So Megan is answering the question, if you could be on a fly on the wall during any moment in history, what would it be? And she's saying she wants to be in the Supreme Court when gay marriage got passed in 2015. Very cool.
If I'm going on a road trip with someone, I would most definitely go with a person who is worth it, a person who is fun and full of excitements in life, and a person who's ready to go or just go with the flow with everything. So I'm choosing my girlfriend to go with me to a road trip anywhere in the world.
So cute. So Emmanuel is answering the question, if you could go on a road trip with anyone, who would it be? And he's saying that he'd want to go with his girlfriend. Get you a man like Emmanuel. He is the new standard.
My hometown is Milledgeville, Georgia. It's dead in the center of Georgia. What I love about my hometown is it's small, so we pretty much know everybody. And what I hate about my hometown is it's small, so we pretty much know everybody.
So Star is answering the question, what do you miss most or least about your hometown? And she's saying that there are pros and cons to being in a small, or growing up in a small town in Georgia.
I actually do think this was a good call. It had been getting out of hand. I'd seen on planes comfort peacocks and emotional support pigs. I'm not buying it. I think we should stick with dogs. They've been trained in the past to provide emotional support, and they're definitely the cuddliest. So let's stick with dogs.
Yes, Alexis is answering the question, should only trained service dogs be allowed on planes, or is any comforting pet okay? And she's saying, let's keep it with dogs. We don't want emotional support peacocks. Oh my God. Well, this was such an incredible set of answers this week. I don't know how you're going to choose a winner, but unfortunately you will have to. You can vote by typing vote space and the number of the answer you loved in chat, and that person will be the weekly champion. Woo.
I'm so excited.
I know.
Oh, man. Usually I have like one or two favorites like solidly throughout the show, but this time I don't. I have quite a few of them.
Yeah. No, vacation week gets notoriously difficult.
Yeah, you're right.
Nice. So Megan is the winner for the week. Okay, well, love wins. If there's one message to take away, we have to do the heart thing.
That's right. I got to figure it out still.
Well, we'll practice it.
Okay.
So we're done with the week. Wow. All it flew by so fast, but a vacation week. We have gone through all 7 questions. We have our winner. And so unfortunately, we have to say goodbye for now to vacation week. Fortunately, though, with the end of a new week comes the beginning of another one, a whole new set of 7 questions. And I think, Trish, you have the scoop on what those 7 questions might be.
I got all choked up.
Oh, I know. It's a very emotional time to say goodbye to our questions. And I know that I also do get sometimes choked up. I have to saying goodbye to the work from home question.
I know.
Tough.
Well, and I get all choked up anyway when it comes to sci-fi, and that is next week's theme. So we've got movies like Deadpool and excuse me, I'm really having a hard time. And Wolverine and Twisters. And we've got shows like Futurama and The Umbrella Academy Season 4 coming soon. So we thought it was a great time for us to talk all things science fiction. I'm dying.
Oh, no. Oh God, Trish, don't do that. This is such a good theme, though. Deadpool and Wolverine. I've heard really good things about the movie so far. And Twisters, I actually saw Twisters, and it is incredibly good. So I think if there's a time to talk about sci-fi, I feel like it's the time when it's like the campy sort of sci-fi movies and TV shows are all coming out. So I think this is a great theme, but I think we can actually get a little bit deeper because I heard that you had the scoop on what tomorrow's question is since the week starts tomorrow. So can you let us know what that might be?
So tomorrow's question is, what celebrity would you want on your zombie apocalypse survival squad? So I like this question a lot. There are so many ways that you can go with this. You can go with somebody who's obviously pretty skilled, or you can go with somebody who's just eye candy, or you can go with somebody who's just going to insert some humor into it. So I'm really looking forward to hearing from our fans.
Yeah. I think the 3 options: someone who's strong, someone who's smart, and someone who's just useless. But that is, I think that is also one of my favorite questions. It's just like you said, everyone has different priorities when it comes to the zombie apocalypse. So I'm excited to hear what everyone has to say on it. So you can answer that question starting tonight at midnight. That's when the new week begins. And you can do that by going to QOTD.beyondtheair.com. Remember, you can also play QOTD anytime you want. You can watch incredible answers during a 24-hour show. You can vote for those favorite answers, send stars so they can appear on the weekly finale show. And you can also record your own answers to any of our questions. And you can play our other Beyond the Air games like Sketch the Cat and our new Play Along game.
That's right. And hey, be sure to subscribe to get tomorrow's announcement, as well as daily community polls and our favorite answers right in your inbox. So thanks all of you for watching, and we can't wait to see you on TV.
Yes. Bye, everyone. Thank you all for
Bye.
watching.